Hello? 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 Can y'all hear me? Can anyone hear me? My mic settings are all fucked up. Oh dear. Let me know if I sound okay, y'all. My settings are all screwed up today. And I'm not entirely sure why. Hang on. Are we good? Are we here? Are we here? Why do I only have 3 out of 4 bars on my OBS? Everything has gone wrong in the land of Stormy. Hi y'all, how you doing? How y'all all doing? Ryan, I don't have my angry button. Just pretend I'm angry. Right, Ryan, do not honk. Do no such thing. How are y'all doing, y'all? I am, recovering from a horrific sinus infection, so if I sound very tired and weak, that's because I am, quite frankly. Hi WJ, hi Ryan, hi Toa Bear, hi Shreddy Paws, hi Rage Master, hi Wild Style, hi Ari Animates, how are y'all all doing? You sound perfect, awesome, great to hear. Oh my god, I got really sick, y'all. I would say I'm about 75% better. But about 3 days ago, I felt like I was in the 7th circle of hell. I have a terrible sinus infection at the moment. I still got a bit of a migraine up here, but I would say it's mostly subsided. It's definitely not as bad as it was. Hi Steam, how you doing? TFN said you sound good to me, Stormy. That's good to hear, because I feel like I sound like I need to go to a hospital. Oh my god. Hi Journey. Journey, how you doing? How you doing, Journey? Journey donated $6 through Super Chat and says, howdy, Stormy. I got a question for you. Do you plan to stream at ACFI? I might. We'll see. If I'm gonna do a lot of speed tests first before I attempt to stream at another convention. Last time I tried to stream at a furry convention, we had so many technical hiccups, and I don't know if I want to go through that again. It was a nightmare to do. I've tried to live stream at MFF and FWA, and it's 100% impossible to do now. ACFI is a smaller convention, so we might have a chance with it. We'll have to see. But Journey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, and happy early birthday. Happy early birthday, Journey. I hope you have a good one, dear. A lot of people's birthdays are this month. There's science to it, but I'm not going to talk about that science. I suggest you look it up yourself. Oh my god. Hi Fernier, how you doing? How you doing? Hello Fudge. Hi Jay. Are you going to be a scaly? We'll talk about that actually. We'll talk about that. The answer is more complex than you might realize. My birthday ain't until May, so rip. Yeah, I might limit the fursuit time to just under an hour this time, as I'm recovering from a pretty awful sinus infection. Every time the weather changes, usually around October, November, my whole body falls apart. And it fell apart, it did. I almost went to the doctor today, and I hesitated because I'm like, wait, the headache is there, but I barely feel it now. So I'm like, maybe we'll hold off on it because going to a doctor is expensive, and I don't have a car. So going to a doctor in my case is extra expensive. As in I have to get an Uber and whatnot, and well, y'all know the rest. That's gonna turn a $100 trip into a $200 trip essentially. Jay says I'm a crocodile. Hell yeah. Jesper says, ugh, same. My head hurts. I am so congested. Yes, me too. I am on basically Sudafed right now, which is why I'm kind of foggy brained. Sudafed makes my brain very foggy. It turns my brain into Silent Hill, but without all the pyramid heads. So it's not as scary. It's just confusing, I never finished Silent Hill, by the way, because I kept getting lost. To no one's surprise, because I have no sense of direction. Allergies suck. At least you didn't end up in the ER. No, and I would have refused. Someone would have had to drag me to the ER. Someone would have had to come to my house and drag me to the ER, because last time I went to the ER, the amount of stress I got from bill shock would have put me right back in the ER, and I'm not doing that again. Nope. Something bootstrap, something home remedies. I don't recommend you do that, but a lot of this is I'm kind of set in my ways when it comes to going to the doctor. I don't really go unless It really is like serious, like extra serious. But don't be me. If you have health insurance, do not be me. I don't have health insurance, so I can't. I don't really have the luxury of going to the doctor whenever I want. So hi 12 Notes, how you doing? How you doing? Good way of putting it. And speaking of which, the Silent Hill 2 remake comes out in a few days. I never finished any Silent Hill. I really should just do that for a Twitch stream someday. I know some people are like, you stream on Twitch? I've been streaming on Twitch for almost 3 years now. And I see a lot of regulars from my Twitch stream coming over here. Nice to see y'all, by the way. My YouTube streams are a little more lax, for those that don't know. We aren't really that chaotic here, although sometimes it does get chaotic. It's usually pretty laid back. And you know what? That's okay. That's all right. We like it that way here. Of course, sometimes the chaos will come and go. But it's a fleeting thing. It's not all chaos, you know. We're not all silly here. And do let me know if the audio quality is okay again, because for some reason, all my audio levels have shifted, and I didn't touch a damn thing. I don't know what happened. Very strange. I tried to stream on Twitch. It didn't work for me. Streaming on Twitch is a totally different experience. It's a lot more, involved. I will say, in terms of YouTube versus Twitch streaming, Twitch has a leg up big time. But YouTube feels like a lot more familiar. It's a lot easier, I should say, to get started streaming on YouTube. So if you want something that's easy and quick, you go stream on YouTube, but you have to be a little more technologically involved to stream on Twitch. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I also have more buffering problems with YouTube. I don't know why. I had to lower the bit rate for some reason. I don't know why. I just had to. Very strange. You want to change to edit your suit. Yes, we're going to talk about that. You know what? It's been 12 minutes. Let's talk about that. So, I've been on the fence about changing Stormy for a while now. And I think the change is something that's just happening, and I have no control over it because I've changed so much. The thing is, I don't want to be known for having a fursuit, and I feel like with my newer content, people only watch it for the fursuit, and it really hurts to like see that, because I want to be known for more than just a fursuit. I really don't want to be known for my fursuit at all. I want to be known for me. And on Twitch, I am known for me. I'm known for my weird personality, my weird stories, my bathroom horror story, which that we're not going to talk about that here, but maybe someday. My chair is sitting way too low. I want to be known for my personality, not for just the fursuit. And it feels like when you're on YouTube as a content creator, you're known for like the first impression. What's the first thing you notice from my thumbnails? The first thing you see is probably the fursuit, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It just means I have a very nice looking fursuit courtesy of Aussie Studios. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, like, when you're known for just a cover, what's the point of the rest? That's kind of how it feels to me. It feels like, why am I putting all this work into the rest of my content? Well, I do it out of a passion. I do it because I love it. But when that love is kind of like fleeting because it feels like more people are interested in the cover of the book rather than the book material itself, you know, I don't know how to feel. Do y'all get where I'm going at with this, or am I talking out of my ass? I could be. Jasper says, I totally understand you're way more than just a fursuit to Aussie and I. See, I love fursuiting, it's just, I don't want to be known just for the fursuit, you know? And, hi Silverpaw, how you doing? How you doing? I get ya, and I'm trying to, like, move into, like, this deeper type of content. Like, when I first started streaming on YouTube years and years ago, I was tapping into topics that a lot of furries really weren't discussing at the time. And now, how the fandom has exploded in recent years and how smartphones have become so ubiquitous throughout society and TikTok and whatnot, there's like pretty much a video for any type of furry topic you can imagine. As far as learning about the fandom is concerned, it's been done. And if it hasn't, some AI garbo will end up doing it for us, and that really sucks because I can't stand that crap. But, you know, I don't think AI really is going to replace a personalized experience. Hot take, I guess. WJ says, I honestly wonder if the shift in people just looking at the cover is a generational thing. I don't know. That's a good question. Jasper says it'd make it harder to enjoy fursuiting as well when you feel more like a billboard than an individual. Yeah. See, I feel kind of hypocritical talking about this because when I first went fursuiting at a con, yeah, I was trying to be very flashy. I felt like I was the most adorable thing in the world. And that is like, you know, it's just fursuiting is, yes, it's about expressing ourselves, but it's also like, hey, look at me, look at me. Is that not calling for attention? Is me not wearing this calling for attention? I don't know. I think I'm hurting my brain even more. Oh my god. Let's see. What about the sciences? What do you mean the sciences? Elaborate. What's next for the fandom? Oh god. The fandom is more mainstream than it's ever been. I think that's next. I think we're going to enter a time where everyone knows someone that's a furry, if we haven't already. Or someone that knows about furries. I mean, because the furry fandom is more known about today than it was 20 years ago. And it all started from that CSI episode. Topics are always revised with new information, and since many don't do TikTok, we're watching only a few. Yeah, it just... We'll talk about that too. I have a few things to say about that. I think it's just something that's creeped in over time. You want to freshen things up. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've gotten really bored of doing the same routine, and I think people like routine. But that number is dwindling all the time because people can and do get bored. Or they'll want to move on to something new. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've had a lot of people come and go to this channel. Lucario is furry. Hey Candy Corn, how you doing? I like your name, but I don't like candy corn all that much. I'm sorry. That's the hottest take for this stream. I hate candy corn, y'all. Oh my god. Everyone in my state loves candy corn. I hate candy corn. People change over time. They do. Hi Chris, how you doing? People do change over time. I think I've changed a hell of a lot over the last couple of years. And what's your greatest wish as a furry? To find my place in the community again. I call it selfish if you want, but I feel very lost. I feel very lost with what I want to do. Because right now, I'm trying everything. If y'all seen my Twitch streams, y'all notice how open I've become. My favorite thing about streaming lately is just telling my stories. And my stories are very, for lack of better words, raunchy. Okay? Because I had a weird childhood growing up, y'all. And it's a lot of fun sharing those stories. You're such a good content creator. You are amazing. I'm okay. I have my good days and bad days. Historical furry episodes, the history of fursuiting. Yeah, that stuff always fascinates me. I'm not really into the trending topic crap. I don't want to do trending topics when it feels like everyone else is doing that. Y'all remember the poodling discourse? There's about 30 vids on that topic, and I did one of them. And for a while, I thought my stuff was pretty good because I put a lot of polish on it. I did a lot of research and fact-checking. But none of that matters now. It's whoever can get it out first. Because once a topic has been trending for a while, people are going to move on to the next thing. Enter the $60 fursuit head. I was about a month late on that one, but I got it out. People still watched it, but I was about a month late. And that's why I don't like doing trendy content. because by the time I finish something, I'm about 3 videos behind. Because I like to put a certain polish on my stuff. I like to make it cinematic. I like to make it, memorable. But when it feels like you're trying to get to the top as a content creator, none of that matters. It's who can get it out first. And I don't like that. I really, really don't like the competitiveness, Let's see. Yeah, Jonathan, please don't answer this. See, this is another thing. I don't know if this is some kind of miscommunication between me and the YouTube stream, but sometimes y'all ask the same question like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, I just answered that. I'm very confused. Maybe the stream's buffering or my answers aren't getting through, but I'll answer one more time. So, the future of the furry fandom is it's gonna become a mainstream thing. It's gonna be like oh, you're furry? Oh, that's cool. Yay, that's awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be seen as something that's less and less weird as time passes. Because if you take a look at what happens, with TikTok trends, there's a series where people tell stories sitting on the crapper. I'm not even kidding. That is a thing now. And y'all want to call furries weird? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, sure. I'll let y'all have that one. Is it being mainstream good? That is very debatable. I'm not really sure how to answer that one. The grandma story, sat in a chair, a rocking chair, knitting, telling stories by the fireplace. Y'all already calling me old. Don't worry, I do that every day. Anyway, yeah, please don't spam the same question, because the more that happens, the more I don't want to answer it. It's kind of like how when I hear the same song over and over again through memes or whatever, it makes me not want to listen to that song. Maybe that's just me that does that, but I don't know. Jonathan the Great says the far future? Okay, so maybe there's some sort of biological advancements that allow us to become our actual Fursonas. But I think that's at least 1,000 years out. Or it may not ever happen. So, anyway, Bizarre Nest, how you doing? I'm glad I'm not on TikTok. People come in at different times, that's why you have to repeat. Well, what if it's the same person? Are you going to be a dragon? I could be. Yeah, let's talk about that now since I'm hopping all over the place. So, when I talk about my Fursona changing, what I mean is I've changed, and my Fursona was supposed to be the ideal me, who I wish I could be. Stormy is supposed to be strong, confident, witty, funny. They're not afraid to be themselves. Well, I think I've checked off nearly all of those. So, I've outgrown Stormy. So Stormy has to change. Otherwise, I'm not even being my Fursona anymore. I'm just being me. Which I don't think there's a problem with that. But now I need to have new goals and new aspirations in mind. And Stormy has to evolve, or Stormy gets replaced. And I don't like that last one because, well, I've kind of struggled connecting with other Fursonas in the past, and I've always clung on to Stormy. But there are some things I'd like to change about them. Hi, Jaslyn, how you doing? So, would that make current Stormy your true Sona? Yes, I would say so. That's a good way to put it, my true Sona. Anyway, hey, Red Fox, how you doing? Stormy can do new in the community updates. What do you mean, Sipper? I'm lost, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, with Stormy changing, it's just... How do I say this? Jack says, I've had the same Sona for 5 years. Yeah, I'm pushing, let's see. I made Stormy in 2016. 9 years, y'all. Almost 9 years. It's been 8 years, technically. So, 8 years. So, multiverse, that's a lot to read, honey. I really don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry. If I become my Fursona, I would be a goddess because my Fursona is powerful. I like never get on her bad side with all her power she has. What? I think my brain is a little too foggy to process that one, dear. That's a lot. You might have to, like, simplify that for me, okay? Anyway, Jay says, my first Sona was 2 years ago. It changes a lot. Brianna says, you monster. Yeah? I could be. Is Stormy the monster? Actually, no, it's Halloween. I'd love to see Stormy as like a zombie soda or something. That'd be cool. Sleep Yoda's kind of highlighting why I've kind of moved more and more onto Twitch. Because there's most of y'all are mature, okay? But there's a loud, small group of you that are not mature. And we don't have that problem on Twitch. So, I'm just like, oh, okay, here we go. Calm down. Can you do a video of trying Polish snacks? Didn't I do that already? No, that was Denmark candies that I did. I'm dumb. I mean, if I ever get any, yeah, sure. That'd be fun. I haven't done a candy tasting video in a while. Stop being furry. Y'all, should I stop being furry? Alright, Stormy's not a furry anymore. Everyone go home. I am Stormy the unfurry. Oh my god. But yeah, see, that's just a perfect example of why I'm kind of shifting my content, because it's just... Do y'all know about the Disneyfication of this platform? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Can anyone at all know what I'm talking about? The Disneyfication of YouTube? Yeah, for a lot of reasons, streamers hate YouTube. Yeah, Frosty, I wonder why. I wonder why. I actually like posting content here, but streaming here, it's not as fun as it used to be. And I don't really know who to blame in this predicament. So, a lot of things have changed, for better and worse. The Unfurry. I am Stormy the Unfurry. Cobalt Stormy. Ooh! Cobalt Stormy would be sick. I think we're due a video on kobolds. That would be an interesting topic. But the thing is, anytime I do a video on Fursonas, it has to be the most elaborate, over-the-top thing. Because... Okay, so... the reason my content even happens in the first place is because of my patrons. For those that donate to these streams, those who support me through the YouTube members, y'all are the reason I'm able to do all this. And without y'all, these streams would not be possible. I wouldn't be doing this. So, I kind of owe y'all for that. And because of that, I feel like I have to deliver over-the-top content. I feel like I have to make the best stuff I can possibly create. Time is not of the essence with these projects. It's more like polish it as nice as you can and get it out. I don't like to rush videos out on a conveyor belt. I don't like to use templates unless I absolutely have to. Are you still on your feet? No, I'm sitting down. Furry movie reviews, I would like that. I would like to do stuff like what Saberspark does. That'd be interesting. If anybody knows Saberspark, they make some good stuff. Become maximum furry. Let's see. How has your day been? Frosty asks. I've been sick. I've been sick as a dog, pun intended. And here I am fursuiting. I feel like I'm melting. I feel slightly nauseous, but not enough that it's a distraction, you know? Angel, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. How you doing, Angel? How you doing? Balto movie review? Yeah, I would like that. I would like to move into stuff where I, like, talk about things that we grew up with as furries. Not really, like, trending topics, because no offense, I find it so boring. A lot of it is recycled nonsense from years ago. I'm like, oh, look at this, another disaster. It's just like the same disaster that happened 3-4 years ago. Or yesterday. Or a day before that. I spent too many years on furry Twitter. And I'm like... just imagine that scene with Squidward and Mr. Krabs. You've seen this before?
Assert dominance.
11 times, as a matter of fact. Hi, Yorick! Yorick, how you doing? How you doing, Yorick? Yorick donated $10 through Super Chat and says, good evening, Stormy. Sorry I can't stay. I have work in the morning. Have fun and hope to catch you next time. Bye for now. Oh, watched Agan Rovak's latest video. Who's that? Y'all? You got mentioned in that. Gotta go. Who is that? Who is this person? Does anyone know who that is? I do not know this person. I have no idea who that is. If anyone could tell me, let me know. I live under a rock. Because now I want to know. Very talented dancer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. Actually, I can't find anything on the Google. Well, if anybody could, like, tell me who that is, I'd like to know, because I can't find anything on them at the moment. So... Oh, God. Whew. I'm a little weak, y'all. This infection's got me down bad. In a very bad way. Furry Square. They are a furry who does dances and judging. Oh, interesting. I wanted to get into fursuit dancing a long time ago. It's been a long time since I studied that stuff. But Yorick, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, dear. And you get plenty of rest, okay? You take care of yourself, all right? Agen. Oh, okay. I'll replace the A with the E. All right. You know what? I honestly thought y'all were referring to someone from Ghost Adventures. There are things in this world that we will never fully understand. We want answers. What if you become a furry? I'm a furry because of a furry. It ain't that deep. I promise you. If you like anthropomorphic animals, just be furry. That's all you gotta do. There's no rule that says that you can't be a furry. And if there is, they're wrong, because there's no furry council. The furry council will not decide your fate because the furry council doesn't exist. Anyway, yeah, interesting, yeah. Oh, okay, I feel like I've seen them before. Yeah, their suit looks familiar, yeah. Aga Rovak Furry. Oh, Yorick, it's all good, I found them, don't worry. It's all good, I recognize them, I recognize that suit. Have a great night, Yorick. Tabi says, speedy recovery for ya, Lady Folf. Yeah, I'm not running a fever. I'm just, right now. I'm just very, very dead inside right now. I'm just, I need sleep. I need like 2 days off from work, basically, because I've been streaming almost every single day. Let's see. The Fursona is so strong with this one. Hope you feel better soon. I hope I do too. We got ACFI next week, y'all. Alamo City Furry Invasion. For anyone that's going to be at ACFI, I will be at ACFI, and I would like to hang out with y'all. I would like to say hi. If you are going to ACFI, let me know. ACFI is in San Antonio, Texas. It is next weekend, actually. Not this weekend, but the weekend after. Hi, Jay! And Jay donated 5 maple syrups. Is their first super chat. I can't find my mouse, y'all. I imagine if you couldn't find your mouth. That would make things very difficult in my day-to-day life. It says, if you hosted an art contest of your persona in a different species, it's basically a free preview. I love your work. Art contest of your persona in different species. I mean, technically, yes. So let's talk about that. Jay, thank you so much for the 5 maple syrups. So I consider Stormy... the Folf thing was really tacked on from the beginning, in my opinion. My reasoning for making Stormy a Folf was like, yay, I like foxes, I like wolves, let's smack them together and make something unique. Little did I know that there were already a dozen hybrids. Hybrids, I tell you what, there are so many gosh dang hybrid sonas in the furry fandom. I ain't the only Stormy Folf. Really, I'm not. There's like another Stormy Folf out there. Except they're spelled with a Y instead of an I. But, Shreddy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Shreddy says, your toilet will be removed from this realm. Can you at least give it back when you're done? Pretty please. I need my Commodus Maximus, please. Shreddy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Like a weekend break. I really do need it. I've been streaming almost every day since last month. Almost every day, y'all, on Twitch. it's taken a lot out of me because I still need to get regular videos out, and there's just no time. When I'm not streaming, I am passed out on the bed. I am partaking in something called a subathon. I'm trying to raise funds to get out of debt, which I'm 20 grand in debt, and replace my car, which unfortunately died a few months ago. So I've been pushing myself as hard as I can to get out of this hole, and I worry I'm not pushing hard enough, but there's no more room to push, y'all. I gotta get 6 hours of sleep somewhere, you know? Anyway, hi Cosmo, how you doing? There's actually 4 Stormies. See, I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm less of a Stormy, I'm more of a serial number. Anyway, what I mean by that is like, what was I saying? Do y'all remember? I got the brain fog bad tonight, y'all. It was, damn, what did I say? Oh, Stormy's a shapeshifter. I consider Stormy a shapeshifter now. So, less of a canine, more of just Stormy is just whatever I want them to be. They could be a kobold, they could be a heckin' Pokemon, they could be a Kato, they could be a leopard, they could be a cryptid, they could just be whatever they want. They could be a shark. I'd love to see Shark Stormy happen. So that's what I really want to talk about. Like, I'm not really attached to the Folf thing. I don't think I was at the beginning. I just wanted to be a dumb dog. But now I'm just like, dogs are cool, but you know there's like thousands, if not, you know, more species out there I could choose from, right? And I'm like, yeah, but doggo, that's the only one I know-o. I was very simple-minded back then. Yeah, I could even be a potato. See, the beautiful thing about being a shapeshifter is you just be whatever. It doesn't matter. So, Alec, yeah, thank you. You take care of yourself, okay? Shark me would be neat. I'd love to see Shark Stormy. So, yeah, that's the thing. I'm not really attached to the Folf thing anymore. It really just feels like it was tacked on. I'm like, wow, another Folf. And they're blue. Yay. That's the other thing. I don't feel unique. I get mixed up with others so much. And I'm like, no, I'm not them. I am 30 or 40 years old, and I do not have to deal with this. So, Crumble says, what species are you aiming for? Maybe something more aquatic, to be honest, or feline. Let's see. Fun fact, my original persona was actually a phoenix. Now that's badass. That's awesome. Hi Andre, how you doing? I have 4 personas, a fox, a skull dog, amp wave, and a vampire cute snake. I love amp waves. Why not make a backstory to explain how you give Stormy shape-shifting abilities? I don't know. Never thought about that. It is kind of a new thing, so I'm not really sure how I would describe it yet, Lucas. I'm not really attached to the Folf thing anymore. It feels boring. It just feels like, oh, I made Stormy a Folf because that's what everyone else is doing. I made Stormy blue because that's what everyone else is doing. Except that part's not true. I just like the color blue. And there's a psychology behind why we like blue things. WJ says, I got it, catfish. Ooh, I would like that. That'd be neat. See, I want to transform Stormy. I do. The canine thing feels very tacked on. It did at the beginning, and I just picked it because, well, I wanted to fit in with everyone else. But there's a difference between fitting in and just, like, copying others. And there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration. But when you're copying others just because you feel like you can't think of anything different, then that's, I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. I feel like we should all try to put our own little personal touch on everything. I think the highlights of my persona are not the design, not the swirls, not the color, but my personality. That's what I think makes my persona unique. Not the appearance, but how I portray myself. Ryan says, I get the feeling, Stormy. I felt like I was no longer No longer felt very attached to Corey, so I went about and created a new Fursona. Sleepygoat says, I agree with you. It's fine. It's a fine line to navigate. It really is. It really is. And I just as I've changed, so was Stormy's changing. So as much as I say I'm not attached to Stormy, I still very much am. It's really hard to let go, and I don't want to let go. So instead of letting go, why not change upon what I've had all these years, even if it does upset some people? I think the thing is, while I'm worried sick about people getting upset over how much I've changed, those that, like, grew up watching my stuff, most of them have left. They moved on. So, like, the damage I could cause is actually quite minimal. It's not like how it used to be, because everything has changed in the world, not just me, but the entire content creator landscape. So do not worry about others getting mad. I try not to. I feel the same way about Jasper. You can begin again anytime without losing what you had before. Even if I start off as a sheepdog, I went to cons and saw 1 million other dogs, wolves. I had to change too. Be your true self. Be your true self, right? It's hard to. It's hard to, because you still want to feel like you fit in. And sometimes being too weird... When I was growing up, I was told that being too weird can actually work against you. And on Twitch, I am the epitome of weird. I am completely unfiltered. I talk about things I should probably not talk about. I talk about stories that I've held from others for years. And y'all seem to like it, which really kind of blew my mind. I thought I was going to scare people away. And you know what? I just thought, like, let's just keep doing that. Because it's fun. Not only is it fun for me, y'all like it too. And on a little bonus point, it's therapeutic, Crumble says, I feel if it makes you happy, then go ham. That's right. That's right. I want to see you, not someone you have to pretend to be. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jasper. That... You said it better than I could. How are you feeling today, Stormy? Andre says, I'm pretty sick, honestly. I'm not as sick as I was, but I'm definitely not 100%. Fursuiting right now is, I'm probably gonna go to my VTuber in the next 15 minutes, and we'll probably play, some Spyro. It's just something to chill out with. I need a chill night, Do you think that Avalon is a good name for a Fursona? Yeah, I like that name. I have a blast. Let's see. I was always taught to never let people change you. Yeah, and I let people change me for a little while, and then I just, I got sick of it. I got tired of being someone that I wasn't. You've got a lot of creators, they don't want to say this because they know that, it might cause some tension. A lot of creators are making content solely to please the algorithm, not for themselves. In many cases, not even to please their audience. They're just doing it to get their stuff ranked up on the algorithm. I'm sick of doing that. There's nothing in that for me anymore. That, and even if you get millions of views on a video, that's not going to pay your rent, Unless you do, long Let's Plays or whatever, and you have to have a well-established personality before you do anything like that. That sounds like so much fun, just chilling and sharing stories. I love that vibe. Yeah, there's a lot that, I hope I can learn more about myself sharing these stories with y'all. Because there's a lot I want to work on myself as a person. There's a lot of things I still haven't learned how to do properly. Let's say, did y'all know I've never played D&D before? I can't figure out board games. Anytime I try to figure out board games, I give up in 5 minutes. You create content instead of generating it. Yeah. And content farms are really making this difficult for a lot of us, especially a lot of us smaller creators. I don't know why I call myself a smaller creator, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, I'm still kind of small. Maybe not super duper small, but kind of small, That's the algorithm's fault. YouTube is too lazy to change it. They don't want to change it because that's what makes them money. They don't want to change it for that reason, because that pays their bills. I just create content because I feel like if it does well, it does well. See, I wish I could look at it that way, because if I had the choice, I really would just do whatever. But I do have to have some filters in place upstairs, because this is my job. I have good nights, I have bad nights, I have good days and bad days when it comes to making content. And I feel like I still kind of have to chase what's popular, but chasing what's popular doesn't work as well as you might think. Yeah, it might get your channel more out there, but what kind of audience are you looking to attract? Are you looking to attract people who to get their 3-second fix and go on to the next short? Or are you looking for people who want more in-depth conversations? So you have to make that choice. And I'm looking for the people that kind of want to get more. Oh my God, Yorick! Yorick! Thank you so much for gifting the 5 memberships. Oh my gosh, it's gonna do it 5 times. Rambley's gonna scream at us. Oh my God. Thank you so much, York. You're a sweetheart. But if you got a Giphy sub, if you got a Giphy membership from York, please be sure to thank them. That is Dragon Boy, Cautious Euphonium, Aggressive Blep, Cody the Folf, and I think that, yeah, that was it. I can't read. And and Kirara. Kirara, I recognize some of y'all from Twitch. So while we're on that subject, let's talk about the merging of my Twitch and YouTube personas. I don't think it needs to be explained that my Twitch and YouTube personas, not personas, just say personas, are pretty different. You go to Stormy on Twitch, they're the most raunchy, unfiltered creature you can imagine. And I'm proud of that, okay? I get a lot of that from how I grew up. Stormy, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I grew up as a full-on redneck. Okay, I grew up in the South. I've lived in trailers. I've lived in roach palaces. I had it all, y'all, and I had things that no one wants. Oh my God, I had to throw away one of my beds because it became a roach haven. That was many years ago, thankfully. Yes, Stormy World. Yes, I like that, Stormy World. So it's getting to share moments like that. It feels nice because I feel like I'm less alone when I hear other people like, yeah, I grew up like that too. Zeus, are you proud to be a furry? Well, it's more like I don't really care. I'm like, being a furry is cool, but if you don't like being a furry, I can poke fun at your insecurities too. I've been on this planet too long. But I'd say, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm proud to be a furry. Let's see. TFN says, if Stormy's getting a change, then I should wait to draw your persona as a Mega Man boss until after you make the change. Haven't gotten around doing that project yet. Oh, you're the one that did all the Mega Man art. You could do it if you want. Stormy's whatever you want them to be. Jake the Fox! Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Jake says, Stormy, have you ever gotten a chance to play a Dead by Daylight? I have no idea what that is. It sounds like a spooky game. So I should probably play it at some point. But I have not played it, but maybe I should give it a try. It is spooky month, so should probably consider it. Hi Al, how you doing? A very old Storm. I am old. That just means I have a million stories to share. No one tells you this, but when you get old, you get like a lifetime supply of dad jokes and puns and stories. You're not the boring one at the table anymore. You're the one people go to for comfort stories, I guess, or whatever. And I will always be proud of that. Now maybe I'm not interesting when it comes to furry memes and whatnot, but the thing is, I've lived all that already. I already went through my furry femboy phase years ago, and I'm seeing this stuff trend on YouTube now. I'm like, okay, this is the part where they talk about that, and yep, I knew they were going to talk about that, and so on. So, I already had my femboy phase, and it was weird, because it was just such a denial. I'm like, You're just a femboy because you're afraid to be the real you. So let's just meet up at the halfway point. Anyway, that's my sort of hot take, but I understand that, like, you know, femboys are, you know, a lot of femboys are just in it to be feminine and not exactly to transition, and I totally understand that. So, but for me, it was a little more involved. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, how often do you wear your fursuit? I'd say a few times a month. Jake the Fox donated $2 through Super Chat and says, waiting for Stormy's AARP membership. Okay, this is a thing for senior citizens, isn't it? I think it's like an insurance thing. I don't remember. Does anyone know? I don't know. Jake, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Sorry the joke went a little over my head. I am a little foggy-minded from the Sudafed I had earlier, unfortunately. Jay says, I'm so tired of meme reaction channels. Anyway, you and me both. Stormy reacts to... I fursuited at the mall. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been to that store before. Dang, I miss that. I miss going to Sound Shop or whatever it was called back in the day. Or this or that. I would like to see people's reactions of fursuiting in public places in the 90s. Because I'm willing to bet you would get a different reaction back then. Because the proliferation of that CSI episode and all the bizarre media stories wasn't really around. No one really knew what furries were back then for the most part. And now everyone knows who furries are. I already get the mailers. You'll get yours soon. Oh, no. Oh, no. What about a meme reaction channel? I don't know. This is a good question. You're saying you're old gives me an existential crisis. I'm not old. I'm just refined. I might call myself old, but I am technically in better physical shape today than I was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I seriously neglected myself. Like, I never exercised, I never went outside. Today, I exercise 2 or 3 times a week. I drink a lot of water. I get a lot of protein. And I'm always pretty physically active. There is a thing on my stream, my Twitch streams, where you could tell me to do squats, and I will do them. And lately, I've been using a 22-pound weight for those squats, so they're even more intense. Let's see. Jake donated $2 through $5 through Super Chat. My bad, I can't read. $5 through Super Chat, and it says, Stormy, do you have the cane yet? Last old joke, I promise. No, but I have a staff. I have like a long staff that I got from a tree. So I can be Ganfolf or something. Be Ganfolf the floppy-eared. dude, that's so dumb. Oh my god. Oh, that would be funny if I could do something like that. I do believe my title software has crashed. Did it? I don't have any music. There it goes. There we go. That's better. Anyway, you shall not pass. Oh my god. Let's see. You shall not pass. Let's see. Not all furs are femboys. I am not a femboy. I'm just a blue, cute wolf dragon. No, not at all. I just think it is definitely a sizable portion of the furry fandom, though. Not all furries are femboys. That would be... We would be, like, denying the existence of a... how do I say this? A very large portion of the furry fandom that's responsible for all the fursuits and arts that we have today. Yeah, anyway. I just think the femboy thing is interesting because I've been there. I lived that life, and now it's just like I don't even think about it that much anymore. But I look back on it, I'm like, I was very confused. But there's nothing wrong with the femboy thing. I just find it fascinating. I feel like there's so much I'm still learning about the psychology behind it. Oh my god. Okay, alright, 5 more minutes and I go to the VTuber. That will have marked an hour, and I'm probably gonna get something to drink. Jake the Fox donated $5 to Super Chat and says, to be honest, adults are just children with drinking permits and back problems. Changed my mind. That's kind of deep, actually. Not possible to change your mind. Yeah. See, the thing about being old is that we improvise. We really don't know what we're doing. We just improvise. That's how that is how mothers operate. They really don't know what they're doing. They just improvise. They might seem like they know what they're doing, but we're just really good at making things up as we go along, you know? Jake, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I agree with learning about femboys. Yeah. That might make for an interesting topic. Because it is a trendy thing to talk about, okay? But no one really talks about the why. Just the what, not the why. And I often wonder, like, why is that such a big thing in the furry fandom, you know? I'd really like to get into that. I have a thing for studying psychology. Whoa! Jake from State Farm, thank you so much. Sorry. Thank you so much for joining the YouTube members. Thank you so much for the support, dear. I really appreciate it. Y'all are what makes this channel possible. No, seriously, y'all are. Y'all are the reason I can keep these lights on, and why there's a humidifier going on behind me because I'm sick. Let's see. I'm simultaneously young and old. I wonder why. The cultural roots of femboys. Yeah! See, the whole femboy thing predates the furry fandom. In my opinion, it predates it. Big time. But I would like to know why there's such a prominence of it in the furry fandom. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just curious, you know, because I used to be part of that group. I'm not even sure why I did. I think it was just because, you know, let's talk about that. So, way back, let's just say almost 10 years ago, I had a baby face. And I did not look my age at all. I got carded all the time. And I tried the whole femboy thing for a little bit. And yeah, my DMs were very busy that day. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how I went from that to where I am now. You still don't look your age? Oh, right now I do. I'm exhausted. I'm getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night because I'm so sick. Let's see. What's happening? What's going on here? Let's see. Actually, I have a Chip Flake plushie. Yes! I love Chip Flake! Chip Flake is so hecking awesome. Is eating potatoes cannibalism? Scary questions have scary answers. Let's see. I stepped out of the stream for a bit. By the name of Chase, it's a Mega Man artwork for you. I have not done anything in that myself. It's just kind of a coincidence that both of y'all do Mega Man art, I guess. Hi, Smokey. How are you? Smokey the Folf! New Fursona just dropped. I'm alright. I'm a little weak. I'm a little sick. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm okay. Stump says you look far younger than you are. I'm kind of jealous. Well, Stump, you are like the funniest person I've ever met in my life, and I find you very attractive. I said what I said. Jake, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Jake says, hope you feel better soon, Stormy. I hope I do too, hon. Oh. Okay, 1 more minute, and I'm gonna go to my VTuber, and then we might play something. I'm not really sure what we'll play. We might go to Spyro. We might go to Critter Cove. We'll see. Just something to relax with, you know? Stormy is a cute name. It is. I will say, as far as, like, my Fursona is concerned, I never want to let go of that name. But the Folf suffix, I want it gone. I just want to be Stormy. Not Stormy, Folf. Just Stormy. Because I feel like the Folf suffix is causing me to blend in so much more with others. Like, that, and it's just that the Folf thing was just tacked on. I really just picked Folf because I thought, you know what, that's a canine, but it's a different spin on it, you know? Just Stormy. I just want to be Stormy. Oh my god, Critter Cove, I am loving that game. Got me blushing over here, stop it. Cute name from a cute fold. Stormy, I am not cute. Y'all need to stop that right now. I am not cute. Anyway, let's head on over to the VTuber because I feel like I'm about to puke. And that's, you can't do that on YouTube, y'all. Can't do that. Let me switch over to my VTuber. Y'all give me just a moment here. And... Oh god. Oh god, this is awkward. Hold on. Is this the one? That's the one. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Oh god. Oh, okay, Stormy, don't pass out. Oh my god. Okay, I'm alright. I'm alright. It is really hot. Oh my god. I think I have it like 81 in here. Because I was freezing. So I turned the AC all the way up, and now I'm having to turn it all the way back down. That's the joys of being sick, y'all. Your body can't make up its mind when you're sick. Oh, okay, I'm alright. I'm alright. Get some water. Oh. And there's nothing like purified drinking water from great value. Hey, it's better than Dasani. I hate Dasani. Oh my god. Jay Leon says, you sound really sick. Should you be in bed? I got bills to pay. I have to push myself until I get all my stuff paid off. When or if that happens, hopefully it will. Add some vaporizer medicine to your humidifier. Heck, I have some. I don't remember where I put it. Dasani sucks. Yes, it does. It just makes you more thirsty. It's counterintuitive to hydrate yourself with. Hi, Carnelian. How you doing? Dasani is just 70% dust taste. Damn. Okay. All right. All right. That's a new one. Anyway, I'm gonna eat these ginger candies that Foot sent me a while back. Stump Jumper. Diet water tastes better than that. Tell Pig I say hi. Dasani uses salt in their water so you drink more. Exactly. So you can buy more. Ugh. Alright, okay. I can do this. Okay, y'all. Ooh, I'm gonna let my body cool down a little bit and then we'll play something. So, anyway, yes, this is my VTuber for those that don't know. I'm pretty sure most of y'all know about my model now. But this is my VTuber. I use them on Twitch all the time. Me purring? No, I am not purring. Why would you say that? You weird. Oh yeah, the Twitch stuff here does not work. For the most part. If you know, you know. Some people know, some people don't. The VTuber setup is great. Was it very expensive? Not really. The thing is, getting the model wasn't that expensive. I think the model itself, the base model, Julia Winterpaw made it. It's like $45. Texturing the model, I commissioned that. It was like $50. Everything else I had to do myself. Doing like the actual work, that was a lot harder. What was the other thing? I would say the real cost of getting the VTuber to work is all the programming you have to do. It's not easy. There's a lot of stuff that you have to tweak and tailor And even when it seems like everything is working perfectly, something will break. Something breaks with my model every other day. And there's just nothing you can do about it. So, still having a disagreement with my model. I'm wanting to get mine redone. I'm wanting to get, like, you know, dye streaks and whatnot. I think that would be... No audio. Wait, is the stream broken? Source is having a disagreement. Oh, your model is broken. Anyway, okay, everything is still working. Okay. Don't scare me like that, y'all. Okay. Why am I 3D? Because I can't fursuit all the time. I get kind of bored of it. Do y'all know how long I've been fursuiting for? Take a guess. How long I've been fursuiting for, like in general. Roses are red, Stormies are blue. I would eat a shoe. Oh my god. Don't make me start freestyling, y'all. I can't freestyle when I'm sick. About since 2017. So that would be 8, 9, 10, 7 years? I can't math when I'm like this, y'all. So about 7 years. You're also sick. I can't imagine suiting with feeling awful. It just makes me sad when it feels like, you know, a sizable part of viewers, they only want to see the fursuit. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it also, like, makes me kind of sad. I'm like, that seems kind of one-dimensional. Hot take? Maybe? Maybe just a little bit. I don't know. I digress. 25 AD. That's right. I've been fursuiting since the ancient times. So, yeah. This is my model. And I love them very much. I do want to make them more animated, but I have a lot more coding to do. I need to get an iPhone for this kind of tracking. Because right now, this is just webcam with a leap motion for my hands. So that's why I can move my hands. I have a leap motion. But you don't have a leap motion, you could still do hand tracking. But it's not as good. It's not as accurate. My hand will get stuck up my mouth if I use the webcam hand tracking. It's not accurate, so... There is more than just a fursuit. There is a person and personality that brings that suit to life. Be there for them, not just the fursuit. You said it better than I ever could, Ryan. You gotta worry more about yourself. If you're feeling bad, don't suit. Anyone that doesn't like it can get bent. Yeah, see, that's really, really why I want to change how my content is presented. But it's such an abrupt change that I worry it's going to scare people away. They're going to see the thumbnail and be like, who is that? That's not Stormy. Who is that? I'm not clicking on this. WJ, I am pretty sure they would lock you out if you gave me your work iPhone. Mine doesn't hand track at all. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. Are you using Vignon? Or a VC face or something? Why'd I make the next video? The algorithm and NPCs... Oh my god! Okay, The algorithm and NPCs love persons. Damn, okay, that was a good one. Jake, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Jake says, reject humanity, become cute furries. Why not? Why not, indeed. The algorithm loves fursuits. Do you know how quickly I'd be canceled for that? Which is a perfect reason to do it. I don't want to be canceled, but I don't think I have to. I don't think I have to be canceled. I've canceled myself. Because I have become... I don't chase trends anymore. I don't chase trends anymore. And when you don't chase trends as a content creator, if you don't have an established, how should I say, personality, then you kind of fall off. And I haven't really let my personality blossom on here. I've kind of lived my streams as a script on YouTube. So, WJ, what are you doing? What are you doing? You better stop that right now. You better stop that. There's 2 furries in my class. See, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. The fandom is more mainstream than it's ever been. I mean, you can find furries at the hecking grocery store, of all places. The furry fandom isn't this secret clubhouse anymore. It's not this little niche gathering that it used to be. It's almost on par with, you know, anime conventions and whatnot. So, Rage Masters, I'm planning on getting a fursuit when I finish drawing my first Fursona. It takes time. It absolutely does. Hi, Try. How you doing? Peekapool says, I ain't a furry, but I subbed, so you're doing something right. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you enjoy my bizarre takes and whatnot. Jake, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jake, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Jake says, violently messes with my credit score. You need to stop. My credit score is so screwed. Well, it's not completely decimated, but it's getting there. It's getting there because I'm not paying enough on my cards every month because I literally can't. Penn State has an official furry club now. Yeah. Furries are mainstream. They just are. No, I would say mainstream as like, you know, a lot of people don't accept furries, but there are furry clubs and whatnot, and clubs that are happening at hecking Penn State. Come on, I think furries are very, very close to that mainstream ceiling. They're about to break through it any day. We've already got a movie, which not really relevant, but I think it's worth mentioning anyway because of how niche the fandom appears to be, even though it's not. We have a movie that's, well, kind of based around therianthropy. I forget what it's called, but it's like a big budget motion picture film about becoming an animal. And I'm like, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're not saying it out loud, but they know exactly what they're doing. Spread the pathogen. I met like 3 furries at the clubhouse I go to. Commonplace more than mainstream? Yeah. See, I think it's like, why so many deleted messages? What's going on? Yeah, don't spam the emojis, y'all. Okay, just try not to do too much of that. Anyway, that's actually so cool. It's furry bait. Furry bait? Yeah, it is furry bait. Zootopia is furry bait, although I think that was more... That's a weird one, because one of the animators for Zootopia is a full-on furry. Okay? So, I feel like that was one of those movies that's like, wasn't really meant exclusively for furries, but I think the message was starting to become clear after that. What's his name? I forget his name, but he's active on Blue Sky and Twitter. Well, more Blue Sky now. And he did animation work for Zootopia. It was likely made with furries in mind. Yes! Good way to put it. Damn, this discussion got really deep. I think I've actually lost my own train of thought. There's also just the impression of who are furries in the first place. To the average normie or whatever, a furry is someone that walks around in an animal costume. If they're like a furry artist, they're probably not going to think about them being a furry. You know what I mean? Because drawing, you know, cartoon animals and whatnot isn't like a weird thing to them, because you learn how to do that stuff in school. But walking around in a fursuit, that's only just become like a somewhat common thing in the last couple of years. Ergo, it's not quite mainstream, but it is very much starting to scrape that ceiling. We will eventually reach a point where people are going to put up signs on storefronts that says no fursuits allowed. Like, unironically, we're probably going to start seeing that. Eventually. Don't know when, but... Jake! Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Jake says, Is it bad that Yu-Gi-Oh made me a furry? No, that's kind of weird, actually. How did you become a furry from Yu-Gi-Oh? Interesting. This is indeed a great discussion. Like, classic Stormy? Oh, gosh. Furry bait was always a thing. Just look at Egypt. Anubis. I think it'd be interesting to do a story on Anubis. I don't think a lot of people would watch it, but it would be fun. Doing a video that's not super popular doesn't mean it's not successful. I say this because how do we rank success? Do we rank it in numbers, views, actual supporters, or fulfillment? Do you feel accomplished making that video? Because, yeah, I would probably feel very accomplished. Let's see. The other thing is, views don't really mean a whole lot now than they did back then in terms of financial support. Ad revenue is a joke now. It is practically a meme. Whereas if you made a YouTube video that got 1 million views 10 years ago, you may have made almost $1,000 from that in a month. You do that now, you might get $100, maybe get $250, possibly. Because the revenue is so much lower now. And it's so much harder to make a video that gets that many views because it's so competitive. You're competing against a new generation of content creators and these a-hole content farm creators. Y'all know who I'm talking about, that make that AI slop nonsense. I said what I said. Stormy, do you think the idea of a furry Minecraft Enderman is a good idea? I don't know. I don't know what a Minecraft Enderman is. I'm not super into Minecraft here. I'm sorry. Me seeing fursuits on YouTube everywhere that they make a joke laughs in poor person. What? What are your thoughts on Burger King Moldova Twitter account? I think it's hilarious. Furman not allowed in Moldova Burger King. I always thought that was a weird meme. The point I'm trying to make is, if you make content that's actually genuinely interesting, those views may not matter all that much, because you're still left with this sense of fulfillment, and people who are genuinely interested might actually try to financially support you. I've noticed that with some of my content. My more popular vids, they don't bring in new patrons or YouTube members. My weirder stuff does. And it's such a startling realization. I'm like, chasing trends really is dumb. Oh my gosh. It's just unpopular opinion, I guess, but that's kind of how I feel about it now. I start to care less and less if the video doesn't get as many views as I had hoped. Because I've kind of, well, unfair advantage, but I've kind of already lived that life. I've already tasted what guest of honor feels like. And yes, it is very intoxicating. Jake, how you doing? Jake donated $5 through Super Chat and says, honestly, Blue Eyes White Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon made me a furry. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why do they sound so familiar? Yu-Gi-Oh reference? I feel like I should know these two. Elaborate, I'm dumb. I'm very uncultured, I should say. 2 roads to success, only one will make you happy, really. I get the... you know what? Let me see what this is. Because now I want to know. Blue Eyes White Dragon. That is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Apparently, Blue Eyes White Dragon is a 50 grand card. We get into first edition Charizard stuff, aren't we? Anyone remember that craze back then? The first edition Charizard Pokemon? Let me see how much they're even going for now. I don't know. First edition Charizard. Because I had the old, in the 90s, I had the Pojo's Pokemon book. That was before everyone had the internet. And you could see how much your cards were worth in that book. See, Charizard base, vintage. Dang, they're not that expensive. That's surprising. Interesting. Or are they? I don't know. I don't know. I have like 8 in a shoebox. Robin Hood. Oh my god, yeah. One of the earliest flurry bait. A flurry of furry bait, y'all. That's Disney movies in a nutshell. A flurry of furry bait. Lego and Disney made me a furry. Beanie says. There's no passion in chasing trends. I'd rather make things I like to make. Yeah, at the expense of sounding full of myself, it's really not that hard to make something that does big numbers. I could do that tomorrow. But what do I get out of it? Anytime you do something that gets big numbers, you're making content that appeases to the negativity bias because you're enraging people. And that appeals to that primitive structure in our brainuses that wants to click it because we feel threatened. And that this new arc, well, not really a new arc, it's been around for a few years now, this arc of making content like, did you know that this person ate their fursuit in their sleep? It's just stuff like that. I'm like, this is boring. It's all been done before. I'm so desensitized. But people still watch it because what's old to me is new to them. What's old to me is new to them. And I just don't get into it. I'm not disrespecting people that watch that stuff, but it's not for me. So, hey Stormy, were you gonna raid once the stream ends? You can do that now on here. I had no idea you could do that. I also don't even know who I would raid because I don't know anyone on here. I mean, YouTube streaming for furry fandom's dead. No one here does that stuff anymore. I feel like passion brings longer lasting fulfillment and people stay for it. People forget about the trendy stuff the next day. Yes, they do. What's that Haktua person, whatever they are? I don't even know who that is. And that blew up, but you know that'll fall out of favor in the next year or two. People will forget and move on. I'm gonna sound full of myself for a second, but I've been at this for 7 years. People still watch me. I gotta be doing something right. Stalkers, you and me both. Did you know that this person, yes, the person who puts a message under this one, has put milk in their cereal first? Look. Okay. I did that once when I was a kid. That was kind of funny. Dumbest meme this year, maybe ever. That was so stupid. Makes me wish there was an asteroid on the way. Oh, okay, 99WJ, thank you so much for stopping by, dear. Please get well soon. I need to get well soon myself. Stormy, is it awkward that Afmao, a Minecraft creator, made me a furry? Not really. No, not really. It's not really weird to want to be a furry anymore, to me, in my opinion, anyway. The only reason people still see it as weird is because they're so drawn to the fursuits and the drama, unaware of the drama underneath their own pillows. The thing is, yeah, everyone's got skeletons in their closet. Everyone. No one is perfect. To quote that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, you are not perfect. Hi Dragons on Puppet Paws. How you doing? It's supposed to become a second moon for like a month. Oh yeah, I heard about that, Sora. Easy way to scare anti-furries. First you have to say, What? Oh, that's mean. Oh my gosh, that is so mean. You love courage. Yes, courage is courage restores my faith in humanity. Kirara says, who told you about the skeletons I hid in my closet? Statistical likelihoods? What's the words? Not that. The word that means it's likely. Based on statistics. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. Everyone. I learned that from watching the Beetlejuice cartoon in the 90s. Are you afraid of insects and arachnids? Did you know I slept on a bed? And underneath that bed were a nest of brown recluses? Yeah. Now that scared me a little bit, but, hi Ice Blocks, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, decorations. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about that topic. New Sona? We'll talk about that again. So, I feel like I've changed so much as a person that Stormy needs to change with me. Otherwise, it's kind of torture, forcing me to be someone that I'm not. 5 years ago, I wanted to keep telling the whole world about what the furry fandom was about. Today, I want to do something that's fun. But the weird thing was, to me back then, that was fun. But now it feels like I'm in an episode of Groundhog Day where I'm doing the same content over and over, retelling the same stories over and over. And to make things worse, so many other people are doing this now. And now, like, the drive is just not there to do that stuff anymore. Oh, your baseball team just won. Awesome. Congrats. So that's the idea. Stormy changes with me. Future Stormy is probably going to be sillier. They're probably going to be more personal. They're probably going to focus on the weirder sides of the fandom. Not so much the mainstream stuff, but the things that we think about at 3 in the morning. Those kinds of topics. Because that stuff is more stimulating to me than answering the age-old question, do you need a fursuit? And if you all really want the answer, it's no. You don't need a fursuit. You can get through everyday life without a fursuit. But I will say fursuiting has helped me become more confident in myself. Now, the thing is, since I've gotten a lot more confident with myself outside of fursuiting, I don't really fursuit that much anymore. I only really fursuit, what am I saying? I've lost my brain, y'all. If anyone finds my brain, please send it to my P.O. box. Anyway, the only reason I still fursuit, really, lately, is just for content creation. The love isn't really there anymore, because I feel like fursuiting should be about having fun and hanging out with others. I don't get to do that like I used to because all my friends moved away. That's honest God truth. All my friends moved away. And when I have no friends to fursuit with, what's the point? Man, that's I'm gonna keep it real with y'all here. It's just the love's not there when I have no one to fursuit with. And I think for a lot of people, there's this insane excitement to like be able to fursuit because I've never tried a fursuit before. I've never fursuited before. And yeah, there is a certain euphoria you get. Oh, and nothing comes close to it whenever you try on a fursuit for the first time. It's nuts. So for me, I've done it for so long now that not only has it become second nature, it doesn't really stimulate that me anymore. I'm just like, yeah, I'm fursuiting. Yay. Cows go moo. Yay. Water makes things wet. The sky is blue. Actually, it's a prism of colors. We'll see more of Stormy without the suit. I'd say so. If not that, y'all see more Stormy with this. I would love to do a regular video with just my VTuber. I could definitely get more creative. I could be more animated. And that's something I would love to do. Like, to really animate myself in fursuit requires a lot of editing trickery. The most obvious thing is my jaw does not move. Now, that's just a fursuit thing. My 3.0 fursuit head does not have a moving jaw. 2.0 did, but it wasn't entirely accurate. The other thing is fursuit eyes don't blink. You can change eyelids and whatnot, but you have to do some editing to make that work. The other thing is, yeah, it's just you can be a lot more animated and expressive with the VTuber. The other thing is I don't have to spend an hour setting up. Whenever I do fursuiting content, I have to what do I have to do? I have to set up the lights, set up the camera, set up the microphone. That takes about an hour. And that's just setting up. We're not even hitting the record button yet. I really just I don't think a lot of people know how difficult it is to record videos in fursuit. You got to EQ that microphone, you got to mount it at just the right angle. You got to hope that you're actually sounding clear and not distorted. I've had to reshoot videos 3 or 4 times because of that, where the mic would just cut out and just stop working, and you're having to do all this and read a script through your fursuit eyes. It's a lot of work. And by the time I'm done, 3 hours have passed and I'm exhausted. We haven't even started editing. And I know other people that do this, and my guess is they have an editor. They have editors, I should say. I do have an editor, but he's already pretty preoccupied to help me run my Twitch streams. I do have an editor, but, we can only do so much. I can't crank out videos every single day, like a lot of these people do. And a lot of people, they just put on their fursuit head, push record, throw on the TTS voice, and call it a day. That's not my style. That seems very, let's get content out just to get content out. Nothing more. No spirit, no love, just push record, flop ears, upload. And yes, I have done that. And I felt my soul get sucked out of me. And I understand why people do that. I'm not disrespecting the game, because yes, it is fun, but it is also very much a quality versus quantity thing. I have come across many cute YouTube shorts and TikToks of fursuiters, but do you know how many of those I remember right now? One out of the hundreds that I have watched. I only remember one of them. And they are a yellow and black Dutch Angel Dragon with some clever editing. It was so good. And they obviously put a lot of love into their stuff. I don't remember their name, but they're hecking awesome. And I'm not disrespecting other people that make fursuit content and shorts and TikTok. It's just not for me. I just don't get it. Whenever I was looking for other furry creators on YouTube, this stuff gets prioritized, and it makes me really sad because I don't get anything out of it. It's not my thing. I want to find other creators that do weird stuff like I do, and is there just a short supply of us? Or is the algorithm hiding them from me? I just don't know. Hi Ghost, how you doing? Rage messages, don't compare yourself to other furries. It's a little too late for that, honey. Little too late for that one. I do that on Twitch too. I'm really bad about it there. You want something other than what they have. And I love that you're a lot more personal than others I see. I just have no reason to not be me. I feel like whenever we try to be someone that we're not, it could be fun. But sooner or later, the cracks are going to reveal themselves through burnout. And that is where the real you starts to come out. And that is why the real me has come out in the last couple of years. In the last couple of weeks, the real me has definitely reared its ugly head. So, the saying goes, comparison is thief of joy. Yeah, it's one of my worst habits. It's comparing myself, because I feel like people want to see me having fun, and I want to have fun. But I have to let go of the system of doing everything by the book. If you do everything by the book, you will not be happy long term. And your viewers will not be happy long term. People refer to me as the comfort furry YouTuber, and I really like that. That's actually really flattering. But at the same time, sometimes I gotta try new things. You have a wonderful and distinctive brand of crazy. It's rare but amazing when you find it. I'm grateful to have come across your channel all those years ago. What? Such a sweetheart. Throw the book out the window. Yeah. Let's see. The thing is, the algorithm wants to prioritize slop. And I don't mean people throwing on their fursuit and pushing record button. I mean like slop generated content. Content farms, if you will. And if you watch any of that stuff, I urge you to grab some kind of book. Any kind of book. Something to read when you are done, so you can get those brain cells back. Okay? No, don't burn the book. You need the book after you're done watching, we are not gonna talk about content farm creators, but let's just say someone that's making terrible Sonic content farm content or whatever. Yeah, the thing is, that stuff is all designed to keep your eyes focused and nothing else. There's nothing that you're learning from it. Jay, how you doing? Jay, thank you so much for the 5 maple syrups. By the way, I referred to Canadian dollars as maple syrups. That's like an old thing I've always done. If you send something other than US dollars, I will like say the country, like something that country is known for, in which case Canada is like maple syrups. I always refer to it as maple syrups. Jay, thank you so much for the 5 maple syrups. Jay says, what if you hosted upcoming furry artists, musicians, and interviews? I don't know. I never thought about that. Well, there's one person I wanted to interview years and years ago. I don't know if they're active anymore. Sonic the Cosplayer. I was gonna actually drive out there to go see them and do an interview, and it just never happened. So, upcoming furry artists, musicians. I'm not sure. Oh, I would love to interview Zeph. Oh my gosh, they are hilarious. They are always a pleasure to talk to. So, I would be very selective. I do that because y'all don't want to know how many times I've had to go back and edit old vids because, suddenly there would be breaking news! This person is actually terrible! I would have to go back and edit those videos and delete their segments from said video. And I'm just like, I'm tired of this, y'all. That's why I don't really review fursuit makers anymore. Because, like, there's always some sort of bombshell that gets dropped. And I'm like, I'm too old for this. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? So, Zeph I would definitely interview. Ooh, my stomach. I think it's time to grab another ginger candy. It happens to Jaden Animations a lot. Yeah. How are they doing? I haven't watched them in a while. I wanted to actually do an animation channel a long time ago. I tried for a little while, and I saw how much work it was, and I just gave up. King of Zombies, we are just talking about, how much I've changed, how much my Fursona has changed. And how that's leading my content to change. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, I haven't watched Jane Animations in forever. I didn't know they were still around. I just remember really liking their stuff. But yeah, a lot of it A lot of this I'm getting too old for. Anytime someone mentions the word shipping, I have to go look up what that means. Because in my brain, that sounds like a Tumblr word. And Tumblr and I didn't get along for a long time. So I have to constantly look up words. I'm like, oh, that's what shipping means. Because I constantly I lose track. There's no more space up here to remember words like that, you know? There's no more room up here. It started on Tumblr. Yeah, I thought so. It sounds like a Tumblr word. Stormy is Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. Oh my gosh. All the shipping but no handling. But yeah, my content is taking this new path, and I've got to not be afraid to follow it. Because people that enjoy my stuff will stay. People that expect fursuit will probably leave. And to that I say, there is more to life than colorful plastic fibers on a costume. Someone had to say it. There's so much more to life than that. And even so, most furries don't have a fursuit. GT, what's going on? What's going on? I thought shipping referred to the moving of goods from one place to another. I mean, yeah, it does. Can I feature you in my new book? What kind of book is it? So, yeah. I was watching people like in a YouTuber group that I'm in. They were talking about how like all the AI slop and whatnot is just sort of like ruining the YouTube experience. All the content farms and crap. And I'm like, it's making animators not want to produce stuff anymore. Because why do that when you can just push a button and it just does it for you? And you get all the views, you get the 25 cents in ad revenue. And all you had to do was push a button. And that's sad. It's very sad. The people that doing that, they need to go somewhere else. My pronouns are whatever you want them to be, dear. I don't really have a pronoun preference. I'm just me. Sora says Stormy has grown. She has moved more towards trying to follow her heart versus safe topics. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. 100%. And on Twitch, it's all about having fun. For me, on Twitch, it's all about having fun. And telling my weird stories. I mean, I guess so. I'd be okay with that. Hi, Simply Butter. How you doing? Can't stay for the stream, but I hope it's good. Oh, we've had a very deep discussion. It's been a pretty good stream so far. The thing with AI is that it's not as accurate as real artists. Well, that, and there's no personality, there's no emotion. You don't feel anything from the art. And there's always that uncanny valley effect happening. No matter how perfected it is, there's always that uncanny valley thing because it looks too perfect. So, Jay Lion says, I want to start a channel too, but I'm discouraged by how much ad revenue is. Honey, you see how big this channel is? We get almost nothing in ad revenue. I get enough an ad revenue to maybe cover an Olive Garden dinner once a month. That is it. There's no money in ad rev anymore unless you are way, way up there on the YouTube ladder. So, all my support comes from y'all. And for that, I'm forever grateful. TF Fans says, time to ruin the moment. I once saw a ghost come out of the toilet. It was an out-of-potty experience. I hate you for that one. Oh my god. And Olive Garden sucks, says the person that eats grits. How you doing, Stormy? Olive Garden is overpriced. I like Olive Garden. Way too overpriced, though. I don't really go there that much anymore. It's just too expensive. I hate grits. I hate grits so much. Bizarreness, it's okay. It's alright. I don't expect everyone to do that. We all have lives we have to live, you know? We already have our own bills and stuff to deal with. Why DeviantArt now contains screenshots from other media? What? Grits are terrible. Jasper! I finally found someone that understands my pain. YouTube moved to more support for ad providers than the creators that draw the views towards the ad spaces. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, there are a few mainstream creators I actually watch on YouTube, but I watch them because, well, they're just so animated. There's Markiplier, but who doesn't like Markiplier is the question. I watch Dashy sometimes because he's so animated, but I don't watch him all the time. I watch him every now and then. Who are some other creators that I watch that are like way up there? I miss watching Ashens. I want to go back to watching his stuff. Yeah. Like Asami, he yells, but he does it in a really funny way. And he like tells things from a perspective that, wow, I remember some of this growing up. Because he's from my same generation, so I get his humor. Same with Markiplier. I mean, like, we're both in the same generation, so, like, we get each other. Anyway. Oh, my God. My stomach really hurts, y'all. Probably gonna have some soup, if I can find any. If not, I'm gonna have ramen noodles. Why so many deleted messages? What's going on? Anyway, let's see. I love Dashy. I missed his sketch comedy. My favorite thing that he does is when he starts freestyling. And the really messed up part is I started doing that too on my streams. It's actually kind of fun. It irritates a few people, and that just makes me want to go harder with it. Anyway, I only follow a few bigger channels. A lot of content blends together. It kind of does. Don't follow someone for trends. Follow them for their personality. Follow them for their demeanor. And that is something that I have to work on too. Because for so long now, I have let my content be directed by scripts, by information, by how to furry. Only in the last couple of years have I let my personality proliferate. And I intend to turn up the dial. Just as I've done that on Twitch. Because ramen noodle, it technically is. It's just, it's not my favorite kind of soup, you know? It's letting my personality come out. In the past, when these streams would draw in like 130 people, which was insane, I couldn't keep up with the chat. And almost every question I had was, where did you get your fursuit? Or how do I get a fursuit? Are you going to this convention? Are you going to that convention? How do I tell my friends I'm a furry? And that was it. That's all it was. And I was okay with that for years. But the crack started to show a few years ago. And it was really starting to wear out on me. More so, we started to see less people come in because the emergence of TikTok. And now we have other furry creators doing the same exact thing I did. They won't talk about it, but they know. They know. They had to learn it from someone. Whether it be me or Picari. Or even Beta. More former MLP fans are moving on to the furry fandom. Literal facts. Yes. Frequently asked questions. They mean freestyle streams. Yeah, see, like, this, you could consider this a freestyle stream because I'm just unscripted, speaking my mind, and it feels great. I just don't want to repeat the same thing that I used to do. Where I would just, like, the same stream would be the same as the last and whatnot. I was a brony in high school, Sleepy Oat says. Anyway, yeah. These deeper topics and the things that we just sort of get into and how much the creator landscape has changed on top of my interest in the furry fandom is ultimately what changed the prospects of this channel. Too much has changed. It's been like a cataclysmic shift in the last couple of years. And I have to figure out how to navigate this chasm, so to speak, because it is a chasm. Oh, Shadow, I'm sick too, honey. I'm sorry. You get well soon, okay? Sora says, yes, Stormy, I did do a few because of you, but it was only because I wanted to add to it. Gremlin Stormy is best Stormy. That's where I let all my stress come out. I turn my stress into chaos. Here, I try to be a little more planted, a little more serious, but not all serious. We try to have a little fun here sometimes. We definitely did earlier. Hi, Nodder Dude. How you doing? How you doing? We got about 10 minutes left, y'all. And then we're gonna call the stream. I'm starting to not feel too great again. What if Stormy actually was a ghost? Sometimes I feel like one. Whenever my pain medicine kicks in, I definitely feel like a ghost. Dang, it felt really good getting this all out, and I'm really happy y'all are in agreement with me on most of this. Okay, Jasper, no worries. Have a good night. Thank you so much for helping out with the stream, dear. Andre says, how is everyone doing today? I'm on the tail end of a sinus infection, but it's still kind of getting me here and there. I'm better than I was yesterday, but definitely not 100%. I'm still kind of under the weather, so to speak. Get plenty of rest and a weekend break if you need to. Monday, I ain't doing anything. I think, oh my gosh, when is my next day off? Oh no. I think, oh dear, what day is my next day? I have to think, oh no, what day did I take off before? Wednesday? Damn. I got several more days of streaming. Okay. It is 3 a.m. I am not waking up later. I've been sleeping as honestly as much as I could until I get over this illness that I have. So I guess the moral of the story is I want to talk about things that interest me and not trends. I'm tired of chasing trends. It's not fun. Because when I chase trends, it puts a lot of pressure on me to get stuff out as quickly as possible. And let's just say Beta, total sweetheart. He gets his stuff out real quick because I'm pretty sure he has an editor that just does the clips editing for him. He makes his content on the spot, and I wish I could do that. He's got me beat in that game. Because I like to make my stuff more cinematic. But he's able to get stuff out real quick just by talking about it. Whereas with me, everything has to be organized and have structure. It's both a good and bad quality to have. Let's see. I'm a goat. Stormy the goat. I'm definitely goat. Anyway. Oh yeah, I need to add the vaporizer liquid to the humidifier. Dang, we got 6 more minutes, y'all. Anyone have any other questions? Before we end the stream here shortly. Furry Barbies. There are furry Barbies? What the? Furry Barbies? What the? Furry Barbies are a thing? Oh my god, they look like Maskimals. They look like Maskimals on like a micro level. Weird. Anyone remember the Maskimal trend? Stump Jumper, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, dear. Stump Jumper says, enjoy the stream, Stormy. Have a good night and hope you feel better soon. Stay awesome. I'll try. Oof. I'm definitely feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Oh. Have you ever done a backflip in fursuit? No, and I will never do such a thing. All I will never, ever do such a thing. You don't have to delete that message. It's okay. None except, are you going to stay in the fandom or not? That's a hard one to answer. Damn, I really have to think about that one. I want to say yes, but maybe it's someone that's different. Damn, you got me really wanting to write a script on this. I think furry content should focus more on freestyling. What do you mean freestyling? What do you mean by freestyling? Furry Barbies are a thing. My cousin's wife got me one for Christmas last year. She thought it was hilarious. I have at least 3 Maskimals. Wow. Do a barrel and fursuit? Sure. Just tell me when. My rates are $600 an hour. Oh my god. There's also furry Transformers, Maskimals, and Predacons. What does that mean? This a lot of this just goes beyond me, y'all. Stormy was one of the best things I got from the fandom. I don't know what I did, but thank you. I don't know what I did. Freestyle content. Furries doing their own thing. There is that one fursuiter that like they drive a semi for a living and they do stuff in fursuit in their semi. I always thought that was kind of interesting. That's something that's definitely more unique and something we need more of. It also makes me feel inferior because I feel like, you know, some people ask me, "What's your job? What do you do for a living?" This is what I do. Oh, you're boring. Well, 7 years ago it wasn't boring. So yeah, that is one of my insecurities. I mean, like, I don't really have like an interesting backstory. I mean, I do, but it's kind of sad. I try to have fun with it, but a lot of people think it's really messed up. So from what I've been told, anyway. You're fun to watch, relatable, and cute as hell. I have my good days. I have good days and bad days. What you did, just being you, pure and honest. Well, I will say I'm pretty good at just being me. How would you feel if furries can mask their autism in fursuit? Well, that makes me very happy, actually. And I remember watching an interview on this. Life with Lisa Ling did an interview on that, actually. I think. I don't remember. Would it be okay to go to FurryCon and cosplay? I want to see what a FurryCon would be like. Yeah, I've seen people cosplay at furry conventions. It's a normal thing, actually. Who is your favorite YouTuber? I don't have one. I watch a little bit of everything. Rage says your stream is pretty calm and relaxing. You wouldn't like my Twitch streams, honey. Ooh, you would not. Oh god. Okay, alright. Alright, we got 1 more minute. I can do this. Oof. Oh, that was no bueno. Let's see. Happy Autism Month. I didn't know that. It's Happy Autism Month. Have a great night, Yorick. Thank you so much for all the support, dear. The only reason I want to fursuit head is to help with my social anxiety. I feel like that's very relatable. And that's kind of the reason I wanted to get a fursuit in the first place. Because you don't have to worry about people seeing your face and how you express yourself. And you know, I've had people tell me that I look like I'm angry all the time. Before I got my fursuit. Nowadays, I'm just me. I'm a lot more confident in my appearance today, out of fursuit, mind you, than I was back then. So I feel like I don't have to hide in my fursuit all that much anymore, but this took many, many years of therapy. Rabbit hole YouTubing is great. See how far down the hole you go. Indeed. Oh, thank you, Andre. I saw a Star Wars trooper at Furry, so anything goes these days. Right? Right? Peekable says, thanks for answering my question. No problem. No problem. Matt says, I thought Autism Month was April. I honestly don't know. And I'm autistic. I really should know. but I do not. Vaporizer liquid should help. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Oh, I wish I had some Pepto. I can't wait to see you on Twitch. I have resting bitch face too. Hope you feel better. Hope I do too. Anyway, y'all, it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna call it here. Should have a new video out soon, I hope. If not, I'm gonna try to cook up something for y'all. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try to get something out for y'all soon. I do stream on Twitch almost every day. So if you want to see more of me, watch me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/StormyFolf. I'm there almost every day at 7 p.m. Central. We're gonna get some regular vids out here soon, I hope. Time's not on my side lately, y'all. But thank y'all so much for all the support. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'll do another YouTube stream on the 18th. I'll be streaming on Twitch tomorrow. So mark your calendars. I will be at ACFI next week. Next weekend, I will be at Alamo City Furry Invasion. If you happen to be going to ACFI, please stop by and say hi to me. I'd love to say hi to y'all. Anyway, y'all, I feel pretty sick again, so I'm gonna call it here. Thank y'all so much for all the support and keeping food on my table, and I will catch y'all later. Y'all take care now. Stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Bye.